As the Earth cooled from its original modern state, it gave rise to distinct three-layered structure of the Earth having a crust, mantle and core. The original molten rock matter is known as magma. Geologically studies the geological studies shows that magma has either saturated onto the earth's surface or it has cooled and solidified within the earth's interior. These rocks were the first formed rocks of the earth and hence the igneous rocks, also called the primary rocks. The formation of the earth's solid crust was followed by the formation of earth's atmosphere and hydrosphere. The physical and chemical action of the atmospheric gases and water on the crustal rocks. These rocks are weathered and break down into smaller and smaller pieces. So, what is weathering? It is a process in which rocks are disintegrated and decomposed. It is known as weathering. Disintegrated means it is fragmented into smaller and smaller pieces. And decompose means D means change, compose means composition, change in chemical composition. It is called weathering. It is also called chemical weathering or physically fragmented material. It is called physical weathering or mechanical weathering. These materials are dissolved in water or these products of weathering were transported by water, wind, glacier and deposited in basin or land such as lakes, rivers or into the sea. The loose material after deposition got compacted by the weight of overlying sediments and was cemented by chemical precipitation from the solution. When calcium carbonate is present in atmosphere or soil, this calcium carbonate dissolve in water and this calcium carbonate precipitated chemical precipitation in sea or lakes. In this way, a large variety of rocks were derived from the pre-existing rocks and they are called secondary rocks or it is also called sedimentary rock. When these two rocks, that is igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks, come in contact with new magma and formation of new type of rocks, it is known as metamorphic. Meta means change, morph means form, change in form, it is called metamorphic rock. The constant movement of the Earth's tectonic plates brings about the collision or the breaking away of the plates in earth crust. This causes a drastic change in temperature and pressure conditions within the rocks of the earth crust. The rocks readjust to the changed physico-chemical conditions and change in the mineralogy and texture of the rock, giving rise to a partial or completely new rock type, namely the metamorphic rocks. Thus, the Earth's solid crust is made up of three types of rock, namely the igneous rocks, secondary rocks, and metamorphic rocks, with each rock type characterized by its textures, structures, mineral composition, and mode of formation. We have started. What are igneous rocks? Igneous means fire. Igneous rocks are those which are formed due to the solidification of magma or lava. The term igneous is derived from the Latin words. Igneous means fire. They are formed through cooling and solidification of magma or lava. Igneous rocks are defined as those rocks which have been formed from the original hot liquid silicate melts known as magma. They are also known as primary rocks. The magma is formed due to melting of crustal rocks under certain conditions. After its formation, magma moves in upward directions and may reach on the surface, lose most of its gases and is known as lava. Sometimes the magma cannot reach the surface. It is called magma. In both the cases, the magma comes across the environments where the temperature is lower, and as a result of this, it starts cooling down. The temperature of magma ranges from 800 to 1400 degrees Celsius. All igneous rocks are cooled and consolidated from a surface of the earth while it becomes slower and slower with depth. During the process of cooling, the various constituents that are present within the magma combine with each other, build up definite atomic structure, and form crystal or minerals. What is mineral? The word mineral comes to mind means to extract the earth material. To extract the earth material. What is mineral? A mineral is defined as a naturally occurring solid homogeneous substances having definite chemical composition, definite atomic structure, and formed by inorganic processes of nature. What does definition says? It says that it is a solid homogeneous substance. It has definite chemical composition. It has definite atomic structure and it is formed by inorganic processes of nature. This is called mineral. This mineral, after the formation of mineral, these rocks are made up of 9 major elements, namely oxygen, silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, titanium. If the rate of cooling is very slow, the crystal grow to bigger size, and as the rate increases, they develop smaller and smaller size. If the rate of cooling is so fast that the magma or lava solidifies before crystallization, the resulting material devoid of crystals and is known as natural glass. Natural glass, if the rate of cooling changes from very slow to very rapid, the resulting rock will contain some large crystals that are surrounded by smaller crystals or glassy materials. The minerals which form from the magma are known as pyrogenetic minerals. These pyrogenetic minerals can be divided into two groups, that is mafic minerals and felsic minerals. What are mafic minerals? Mafic minerals are those which are dark in color and have higher densities, and they are silicates of magnesium and iron. Next, what are felsic minerals? Felsic minerals are those which are light in color and low density. They are silicates of potassium, sodium, and calcium. The color and density of igneous rocks depends on the proportion of felsic and mafic minerals. Rock containing greater proportion of mafic minerals, it is dark color rock. If the rock containing greater proportion of light minerals, it is called felsic rocks. The minerals of igneous rocks are classified into two groups, that is primary minerals and secondary minerals. What are primary minerals? Primary minerals are those which are formed which have developed as a result of crystallization from a magma. Primary minerals are divided into two groups, that is essential minerals and accessory minerals. What are essential minerals? Essential minerals are those which are necessary for the classification, identification or naming of the rocks. The accessory minerals which are present in small amount and are therefore not important in naming the rocks. For example, granite. The mineral composition of granite mineral is quartz and feldspar. These quartz and feldspars are essential mineral, while biotite and hornblende mineral present in granite, these minerals are accessory minerals. Then second type, that is secondary minerals. What are secondary minerals? Secondary minerals are those which are formed after the consolidation of the rock either by alteration of primary minerals or by precipitation from solution. These minerals are formed in cavities of igneous rocks by hydrothermal solutions. These are normally found in volcanic igneous rocks. How these cavities are formed? When magmatic material comes on the Earth's surface, the gaseous material escape to the atmosphere and formation of a small cavity. This is called vesicles. The vesicles means small cavities. These vesicles are filled with secondary minerals. That is, those minerals are dissolved in water and these materials are deposited in vesicles. This is called precipitated from solution. This is called secondary minerals. These minerals are found in mostly large cavities of igneous rocks, volcanic rocks. For example, calcite mineral dissolved in water, also zeolite mineral dissolved in water, and silica mineral is also dissolved in water, and these minerals is deposited on these vesicles. The mineral grains of igneous rocks can be distinguished separately with naked eyes, are called phaneric rocks. For example, a coarse grained rock like granite, the grain size, average grain size is more than 5 mm in diameter. These grains are described as phaneric. Another example, the grains of igneous rocks cannot be distinguished by naked eyes, are described as a phanitic. For example, basalt is a phanitic rock and granite is phaneric rocks. The next topic is classification of igneous rocks. How igneous rocks are classified? Igneous rocks are classified on the basis of three groups, that is mode of occurrence, second silica percentage, and third color index. First classification, mode of occurrence. Depending upon depth of formation, igneous rocks are classified into three groups, that is plutonic rocks, hyperbasal rocks, and volcanic rocks. What are plutonic rocks? Pluton means, what is the meaning of Pluton? Pluton means god of the underground. The plutonic rocks, the rocks, igneous rocks which are formed at great depth below the Earth's surface are known as plutonic rocks. These are formed near the magma chamber or in the form of deep-seated major intrusions. The process of crystallization is very slow. Therefore, the crystals are formed larger, uniform in shape and size. The crystals are equal in size, called equigranular texture. What are equigranular texture? All grains are equi means equal. Granular means grains. All grains are more or less equal in size. It is called equigranular texture. And this is also called granitic texture. For example, granite is an example of plutonic rock. Second type, volcanic rocks. What are volcanic rocks? How they are formed? Volcanic rocks are formed from lava, or the rocks which are formed on the earth's surface from lava are known as volcanic rocks. The lava may have erupted or intruded either from a volcano or through fissures. The rate of cooling is very fast on the earth's surface and formation of fine grained texture or glassy material. They show characteristic features such as vesicles, amygdals, and flow structures. An example of volcanic rocks are basalt and rhyolite. Intermediate between these two rocks, that is plutonic and volcanic, it is known as hypobasal rocks. Hypobasal rocks are formed at intermediate depth. Here the rate of cooling changes from very slow to very rapid and formation of hypobasal rocks, or the igneous rocks which are formed at intermediate depth between plutonic and volcanic rocks are known as hypobasal rocks. The process of magma is slow at the beginning and fast on the end, producing inequigranular texture. So what is meant by inequigranular? The variation of grain size, it is called inequigranular texture. What are inequigranular texture? The variation of minerals in a rock is called inequigranular texture, or it is called porphyritic texture. The larger mineral grains are surrounded by smaller minerals grains. An example of hypobasal rock is dolerite or pegmatite. Second classification, igneous rocks are classified on the basis of silica percentage. On the basis of silica percentage, igneous rocks are classified into four groups, that is acidic rocks, intermediate rocks, basic rocks, and ultra basic rocks. Acid rocks, these contain more than 65% SiO2, for example granite. Next type, intermediate rock, these contain between 55 to 65% SiO2, for example cyanide rock. Third type, basic rocks, these contain between 45 to 55% SiO2, for example basalt. And fourth type, that is ultra basic rocks, these contain less than 45% SiO2, for example dunite and peridotite. The acid igneous rocks are formed from acid magma, and basic igneous rocks are formed from basic magmas. In general, acid igneous rocks are lighter in color, having low specific gravity, and have higher proportions of minerals like quartz and alkali feldspar, for example granite and pegmatite. Second type, that is basic igneous rocks, on the other hand, are usually dark in color, relatively high in specific gravity, and have high proportion of minerals like augite, hornblende or biotite, and little or no quartz, for example basalt. Third classification, that is color index. Primary minerals are classified into felsic and mafic minerals. Hence, rock rich in felsic minerals are called acid rock or it is called leucocratic rock. Rocks rich in mafic minerals are called basic rocks. It is also called melanocratic rock, and rocks containing between felsic and mafic minerals are called intermediate rocks. It is also called mesocratic rocks. Then ultrabasic rocks are very dark in color and hence are classified as hypermelanocratic rock. This classification depends on the color index. The next topic is textures of igneous rocks. What is texture? Texture means the size, shape and arrangement of minerals in a rock is called textures. These textures depends upon the rate of cooling. If the rate of cooling is very slow, the crystal grow to bigger and bigger size and formation of coarse grain texture. If the rate of cooling is very fast, the crystal grow to smaller and smaller size and the texture is called fine grain texture. Intermediate between these two rocks, it is known as medium grain texture. If the rate of cooling changes from very slow to very rapid and formation of medium grain texture. An example of fine grain texture is basalt. An example of coarse grain texture is granite. An example of medium grain texture is syenite or pegmatite. Depending on the mutual relations of grains, the textures of igneous rocks may be classified into two groups, that is equigranular texture and inequigranular texture. The igneous rocks containing mineral grains of more or less equal size are called equigranular texture. This texture is also described as granary texture. In this texture, plutonic rocks cool under conditions of slow cooling and high pressure and in presence of gaseous material. As these conditions are favorable for crystallization, they are always holocrystalline and never contain glass. Also, all crystals that are formed more or less equal size are called equigranular texture. This texture described as granitic texture, for example, granite rock. Question asked in exam: what are equigranular texture, what are inequigranular texture? Or granite rock is classified as acid igneous rock because it contains dash dash dash. Silica contain more than 65% SiO2, 55 to 45% SiO2 or 45 to 55%, less than 45%. Correct answer is more than 65% SiO2. Then what are inequigranular texture? Inequi, that is the variation of size of minerals grain in an rock is called inequigranular texture. This texture is also described as porphyritic texture. In this texture, the large grains are formed surrounded by smaller grains or glassy material. This texture is called porphyritic. In this texture results from two generations of crystals. The larger crystals, that is phenocrysts, were formed under conditions of slow cooling. The rate of cooling then became rapid and formation of finer ground mass was formed. Porphyritic texture is generally shown by volcanic rocks like granites. Okay.